get sensitive about the fact that people say he'll never take a serious controversy.
Well, I have an answer to that. I said, now, tell me the last time that Jack Benny, Red Skelton, Benny comedian, used his show to do serious issues. That's not what I'm there for. Can't they see that?
But you're not...
Why do they think that just because you have a Tonight Show that you must deal in serious issues? It's a danger. It's a real danger. Once you start that, you start to get that self-important feeling that what you say has great import. And you know, strangely enough, you could use that show as a forum. You could sway people, and I don't think you should as an entertainer.
You are an old man who thinks in terms of nations and peoples. There are no nations. There are no peoples. There are no Russians. There are no Arabs. There are no third worlds. There is no West. It is the international system of currency which determines the totality of life on this planet.
Despite the fact that we know the truth and we know how serious and dangerous things are, we don't act like it's dangerous. And we don't take the proper actions like it's dangerous. And I've been wrapping my mind around something here that a very high-level globalist told me off record. I was flying on American Airlines, first class, on ABC's dime, to be on The View. And I'm on the plane, first class, with the head of the third largest bank in the U.S. And I'm like, I recognize you. He goes, yeah, I recognize you too. And when I started talking about nationalism and the family and how we defeat globalism and all the rest of it, instead of me kind of being a distraction, he took his glasses off and he said, you want to know something off the record? This is off the record, right? And it was as the plane was landing and it's taxiing, and he finished his statement as he got up, perfectly dressed in a 3-hour flight in his suit, got his black trench coat out. I'm all slobbed out sitting there. And he pointed right at me and he just said, you'll never beat us because of this. And he said, you think people adapt and overcome, like the Marines say. You think to the adversity of what we're doing to you that you're going to adapt and that you're going to overcome it. He goes, no, people adapt to what we take away from them and what we do to them. And he goes, the public will never really want your help in the end. And if they were in the positions we're in, they would tear all of us apart. And he said, you'd be advised, son, to get on the right team. And he got his jacket out, perfectly put it on, and walked off the plane.
You have meddled with the primal forces of nature, Mr. Beale, and I won't have it.
And their attitude is, hey, this stuff's all going on out in the open. And the people put up with it. And notice how the public didn't stand up for me when I got censored. Our audience did, the best people out there, literally. That's the core they want shut down. They don't want you communicating with each other. You're who they fear. But for the general public, they didn't have the instinct that Americans used to have that, hey, if we're taking one person's free speech, we're about to take it all. I mean, you can have pedophile shows on Netflix and praise devil worship everywhere, but you can't have Alex Jones on the air questioning public events.
12th largest company in the world controls the most awesome propaganda force in the whole godless world. Who knows what will be peddled for truth on this network? So you listen to me. Listen to me. Television is not the truth.
Our Congress doesn't care that Google's helping set up total slavery in China. So see, the establishment says, hey, you're an alpha that's smart. You should join us, the other alphas, instead of trying to help these people. But you see, you look at these globalists, a lot of their kids commit suicide. They're really unhappy. They're real robotic. They're all about power and control and about how they are these incredible people, but they're not really. Because, yeah, I know the world's fallen. I know the general public's got problems. But they're a mirror of the establishment. And how the establishment acts, they then repeat, and they become that because they're followers. And it's because of the globalist bad leadership that they just think of survival of the fittest. That they've cut off the Christian ethos that was the engine and the fount, the headwaters of everything good. And that's a fact.
So if you want the truth, go to God. Go to your gurus. Go to yourselves. Because that's the only place you're ever going to find any real truth.
I'm not gonna sit here and take it anymore.